your Denver Broncos. Boom.
We signed. We got Jesus' favorite kid, Russell Wilson.
He went to Denver because it's closest to Jesus.
Close to Jesus. Yeah.
The elevation. Yep.
Makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
So,
yep.
I'll be the first to say it, second to admit it, that never really was a huge Russell Wilson fan. Actually, was more of a Russell Wilson hater. Always thought he was a great player. Mm-hmm. Not a fan of the guy. I always thought he was like a little corny, like a little too like
fake,
like a Wayne, like a JJ Watt times a gazillion almost. But hey,
what you said to me last night, if he wins me games, I'm a fan. Fair enough.
Wins me games, I'm a fan. If not, I will keep my opinion on Russell Wilson sound.
Do you think this moves you into like winning contention? Like, do you think it's a quarterback away?
100%. I think we've been a quarterback away for a long time.
You think it is just the quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we've been a quarterback away for a long time, and it's been that Cleveland Brown carousel. Like we said a few pods ago, we have the second longest playoff drought. Last time we were in the playoffs was our Super Bowl year in 2015. Mm-hmm. So Russell can get you in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. He's gone to Super Bowl twice. Could have won it twice.
Should have won it twice, yeah.
Should have ran it. But, yeah, I think he should fit in well.
Mm-hmm. Great offense.
Good. We have a great offense. Our D is going to be 1 year older with some studs you got there, like Patty Surtain back there. Stud. Man, who knows? We might get fucking Von Miller back.
I think he is.
And is Bobby Wagner still a free agent?
Yes.
That could be a tandem that signs. And then we're back in a very tough division. I was
gonna say, that's the hardest thing for me, I think, is that division you're in. Like,
one thing I think about, like, now that we have Russell, like, we have the most like experienced guy in that division.
Yes.
So like he's got experience, but in the long run, I think that's like one of the most important things.
This is and
he's still an athlete.
I would take Mahomes and Herbert over Russell Wilson.
Oh, I would too.
Okay,
I agree with you.
Yeah,
on that.
No, fair.
Yeah.
Do you think the price tag to give up was?
I think we gave up a lot.
You have to.
I think, but you kind of had to. We're in that situation where it's like, okay, we got a good backhand and we have a great offense. We just need a QB, and I think you just got to go LA Rams mode. Mm-hmm. Fuck them picks.
Winning solves everything.
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah, like don't pick. It is a lot of picks, but
we gave up.
Drew Lock wasn't going to work there. Noah Fant one was interesting to me.
That's one thing I was a big Fant guy. Mm-hmm. I don't like that we got rid of him. I wish they could have done something different. I actually think I would like. Judy was hurt most of this last year, but I'm kind of on that side now where a good tight end's better to have than a good wide receiver.
Well, and you have Hamler and you have Sutton and.
But then it's like. You look at Judy and he's like has the potential to be like one of the best route runners in the league. So like, I see that's why you might not want to give him away, but I think like just like Fant's a fucking freak.
Stud.
He's so good.
You just don't like you.
That's such
a
valuable position. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that sucks. But I think that was probably one of Seattle's like we want him or it's a no go. Mm-hmm. So good on them. Like
I think Seattle got a great return.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think it kind of worked out. I think Seattle won that trade for sure.
Long run. If you guys win a Super Bowl, though, you win it
short term for sure.
You know, like I hear all the time on the Elliot Friedman's podcast I listen to quite a bit, and Jeff Merrick's thing is you win the trade if you get the best player. Mm-hmm. So, like, right now, you have the best player. Yeah. What those picks turn into, Who knows, right? So, but right now, I think if you can win, you obviously win the trade, like Super Bowl or nothing. But if it's just another
guy who plays 2 years.
And I don't think Russ will be 2 years, but even if it's
I'm talking about like their draft. Like,
yeah. And it's time that you guys just, like John Elway, you're one of the greatest of all time. You can't draft at your own position, though.
No.
You can't figure it out. No. And for whatever reason.
It's not like we've been in a great position to get like the best guy. And like we've always been like
the third or fourth guy.
The third or fourth QB when we need it is when we get, right? So we have like I think like where we've always picked the best one that's been there.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly think it was really smart the year they took Locke. They didn't reach for a QB at their spot in the first round. They just waited to the second. Yeah. And I honestly thought Paxton Lynch I didn't like from the start.
No.
He went to Memphis, which is just But Drew Lock I thought was going to work. I really did.
I did too because he was like a 4-year starter in Missouri or whatever.
Set the SEC record for passing yards. Like
prototype.
Big kid.
Tall. Can see the field.
Yes.
And I think like Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he's been up and down.
I think if he never got hurt, he probably would have worked out a lot better. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's like he'd probably just be like an above average,
like a Baker almost.
Yeah. I think that's where he would have been. And
that's fair.
We probably could have got to the playoffs a couple times, but not really done anything spectacular.
I hope he does well in Seattle. I really do. Mm-hmm. I like him, and I hate to see Seattle.
No, he's a good dude. But I think he's like a guy you can't hate. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy to have a proven QB.
Who starts for Seattle this year? Is it Locke?
I think so.
I think so too.
Why not?
Do they draft this year, or do they wait till next year's quarterback class?
I don't like this QB class this year.
Me neither.
I don't think it's great. I think I think they have 2 of our first rounds and 2 of our seconds the next 2 years. So, and their own. Wait this year. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know who would be the next year.
Rattler.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree. I think they will give Locke a shot, but it just seems weird to me in Seattle's case how you've been like obviously with the stud defense, like it's one of the best defensive groups of all time when they won the Super Bowl, the Legion of Boom. But it's like since then you have been so average.
Yeah.
Like and
they're always like a start hot team. Like
yes.
Russ is an MVP candidate off the hop, and then it's like you get to week 5 and it's like, oh, just kidding.
Falls off.
Yeah.
Or week 10 or yeah. And it's just to me it's like you draft outrageously bad there. Like your first round picks have been horrible. You always trade down. You always take a terrible running back. You got lucky with Metcalf. Like, that one hit.
Yeah.
But it's like you had great pieces there. Like, Lockett, Metcalf. Retool your O-line and fix that defense and go for it with Russ. And instead, you're just basically saying, like, no, we give up on that. We're done here. And you're just going to completely rebuild.
I feel like there's definitely some beef going on. Because there's always there's, like, talks the whole year about Russ wanting out or wanting a trade.
You think he's just annoyed of hearing Pete Carroll chew gum?
Probably.
Because I am. But no, it should be interesting. I'm very intrigued to see who wins that division because I think
it's gonna be a dogfight.
I think all 4 could. I don't see the Raiders pushing for it, but the 3 of those teams are. God, they are.
Chargers just got some assets.
Oh, they're putting their balls to the wall.
Which fair enough.
What did you say?
What a city for football in LA. Wow.
That stadium, it's just star-studded.
Yeah.
You go get J.C. Jackson, who, yeah, he's a Patriot. I watch him every Sunday, so I'm a little biased. I think he is a top 2 or 3 corner in the league, and he comes from the school of Bill, which oftentimes when they leave, it doesn't always work out. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But he is a freak of an athlete, a freak of a corner. You pair him with Derwin James in the secondary.
Yeah.
Derwin James, say it like freak of an athlete again at safety. And then you have Joey Bosa and you just added Khalil Mack on the back end.
RIP QBs.
Holy
That's going to be a
smokes.
tough one to stop.
They saw you guys go get Russ and they said, watch this.
Yeah.
Re-sign Mike Williams. You said it as soon as the trade happened. Herbert's on his rookie deal. You got to win with a rookie on a low deal.
Mm-hmm. Use the rest of your cap now. Like, you got to run for it. Because he's like, there.
It is. They're good.
Yeah.
I love to see it. I like the Chargers.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was never a Chargers fan like when Rivers was there.
Me neither.
I actually always hated the Chargers, but like I love Herbert.
Oh.
I think that's the only reason why I like the Chargers.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of young, good Kenneth Murray, Oklahoma kid's a stud. Keenan Allen might be one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league.
Sick.
He is.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be good. They're gonna be getting after Russ and Patrick in that division.
That's a tough division. Just to put a prediction on. Like I think this first year, it's gonna be. I think we're gonna win the division this year. I think we could definitely shoot for that 2 or 3 seed.
I agree.
But I don't think we're gonna win it. Just it's a new team for us. Also, I didn't expect fucking LA to win it this year with Stafford. I thought it might need a break in year.
True.
And it worked out. I think there's any guy that can figure it out and who's gonna be dedicated to getting it done. It's gonna be Russ, right? The guy's a freak.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him boozing.
No.
Guy doesn't even know what the word fun means.
No.
But